In 1822, thousands of British finest minds sold everything, homes, savings, futures, to sail for a paradise called Poyais. But there was just one catch. Poyais didn't exist. It was just a made-up paradise. And the man who sold it to them was already on a ship heading the opposite direction. Gregor MacGregor was a Scottish soldier, or so he claimed. He'd fought in Venezuela, collected fancy titles, and mastered one very specific skill. He was extraordinarily good at convincing people he was more important than he actually was. Uniforms helped, but medals helped better. By 1820, he'd given himself a brand new title, Cazique of Poyais. Sounds impressive, until you realize he invented it. Poyais, he claimed, was a British-friendly paradise in Central America. Fertile land, a capital city, a cathedral, a bank, all of it completely made up. MacGregor didn't just invent a country, he built an entire fake civilization around it. He printed Poyais currency, backed by exactly nothing. He commissioned a 355-page guidebook describing Poyais in loving detail. Climate, culture, architecture, all fiction, all beautifully written. He drew maps so detailed and professionally made showing roads, rivers, and a capital called St. Joseph, but none of it existed. Then he walked into the city of London and borrowed £200,000, roughly 20 million today, by issuing bonds for a country that wasn't real. The banks handed it over. Two ships left Britain in 1822 carrying 250 settlers, doctors, farmers, families, all clutching land certificates for a paradise that wasn't there. They found a mosquito-infested swamp on the coast of Honduras. No city, no cathedral, no bank, just jungle, disease, and the crushing truth. Everything was a lie. Within months, more than half were dead. Fever, starvation, despair. A passing ship eventually rescued the survivors. Its captain couldn't believe his eyes. Meanwhile, MacGregor was back in Europe, in Paris, running the exact same scam on the French. When the survivors limped back to Britain, broken and penniless, the story exploded. MacGregor was arrested in Paris, tried, and then impossibly acquitted. The jury couldn't believe one man could invent an entire country. He returned to Britain. No charges. Never. The investors were too embarrassed to testify. The banks quietly absorbed the losses. MacGregor walked. He spent his final years in Venezuela, the one real place he'd actually fought for, living comfortably on a military pension. Died in 1845, respected, decorated, buried with full honors. Invented a country, sold it, people died, got away clean. The most successful failure in financial history.